All right, so this is what we got for ya. Shout out to Lack with the super chat. Appreciate you. There's a game that came across my For You page a couple days ago, and I thought it looked pretty good. And I do think that there's a market, there's a space wide open right now for like a competitive first-person shooter, especially because Battlefield has been fumbling the bag. They haven't been doing a lot of updates. Unfortunately, they lost Vince Zampella, RIP to Vince, who was the head of the studio. And then on top of that, the latest updates was crashing my PC. So we all kind of stopped playing that. We was kind of hardcore on that joint. And then Call of Duty is just not hitting the same. They not doing what they need to do. Marathon is good, but Marathon is struggling to find its player base because y'all wanted to hate it, not me. Gamers are the only group of people with a hobby where they actively try to sabotage their own fucking hobby. I don't get it. You don't really see that in any other thing, but I guess that's just what comes with being popular. But there's a game that came across my For You page called War Dogs, and they dropped an update today. It looks like they're going after Battlefield's pie, their audience, because it looks more in that vein, but it has a unique game mode. They dropped a couple dev diaries, so I thought I'd share them with y'all. One, explaining the game mode, and then I guess it's coming into early access pretty soon. It's going to be releasing this year. So let's take a look at the game mode, see what it's talking about. Because like I said, from what I saw on Twitter, I like what I saw, but let's learn more together. Let's learn more together. The name of the game is called War Dogs. Game mode explained. Let's get it. Shout out to Phil's product with the super chat and the nice words. I appreciate you.
It's a tactical all-out warfare FPS. Where 100 players split across 3 teams fight over one control zone. Every 30 seconds, the team with the most players in the control zone earns 1 point. And the first...
So it's PvP, so with 3 teams. That's pretty cool. Yeah, 100. Did they say 100 players?
Control zone. Every 30 seconds, the team with the most players in the control zone earns 1 point. And the first team to reach 100 points wins the match.
I like that because in theory, it should be a lot of action with 3 teams.
Persistent economy. Every life, you're able to build your own custom loadout, purchasing whatever equipment you want to use before heading into the control zone. During a match, players earn in-game cash for completing any team play actions such as killing enemies, reviving teammates, or even skillfully piloting friendly players into the control zone.
That's a W. I like that. That is something I've been complaining about. I feel like with a lot of these team-based, objective-based shooters, there's too much emphasis on the kill and not the objective. So I like the idea that they're rewarding you for reviving your teammates, for successfully what? You're getting rewarded for piloting the helicopter. I gotta give another. That's pretty cool. It encourages getting good. In theory, we got to see how it activates when it's in everybody's hands. But in theory, it should make team play a little bit better.
Control zone. Everything a player does to help their team earns cash, with profits from each game banked into their account to spend in the next match. Spending big on better equipment is always a risk, as you might not...
Wait. So everybody has to gain money for the team doing positive actions, and then you get to spin it together? Does this game promote socialism? That's in Battlefield? It is, but I've guys, you guys don't fucking listen. Oh my God. I said I feel like they don't do it enough. It seems like there's more emphasis on this. I didn't say this is the first game to ever do it. Please listen, don't make me cut this stream off.
Always make a profit, but the right choice could turn the tide of the battle and yield massive returns. In War Dogs, we don't just encourage team play, we actually reward it. Teamwork always pays, and cash is king.
Oh my God.
To maximize your profits and your team's chances of capturing the control zone, you can...
I just think that they're probably putting more emphasis on this because this is a 3-minute trailer. We're halfway through it, and that's primarily what they've been talking about. To me, that says they're putting more emphasis on it, and that's what I said I like. I didn't say this was the first to ever do that. Y'all gotta listen, man. Oh,
to chase
boy.
down the hot zone, a moving subzone within the larger control zone.
Yeah, chill before I cut this off. Y'all not gonna be able to watch me beat my meat.
Whilst within this hot zone, players also count as double towards their players' team count, meaning you have the potential to swing the outcome of a match and influence explosive firefights.
Team-based games already do that, though. All right, bet Blaze Light Zero. I got something for you. Since nobody's listening, all right, time out. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Y'all want to keep twisting my goddamn words. Anybody else?
With the game's more competitive players.
We just gonna start timing you niggas out, bro.
Roles in War Dogs are entirely player-defined, with every item you add to your loadout offering unique ways to earn cash and experience points. XP is earned across 6 progression tracks and unlocks access to purchasing additional items for your loadout at the in-match vendor. Being a medic, sniper, artillery or ground support, a tank commander or a humble builder. No matter how you want to play, War Dogs gives players the tools to play in their own way.
Comprehension at an all-time low. I pray it's not hard to pilot these fucking vehicles like Battlefield.
Different sandbox.
Squad sizes in War Dogs are unlimited, so no friend ever gets left out when you're trying to decide what game to play in your evenings.
Normally squads are 3 or 4 man. This man said if you got 6, you can run 6. I like that. I guess long as it's not more than what the team is allowed, which I think was 100 players or something like that.
Squadding up also provides additional UI, vehicle squad locking for better coordination, and
vehicle squad locking,
including squad voice chat.
On top of the foundry.
There's also proximity chat
46 northeast.
to help you communicate with your teammates around you or just mess with your enemies' heads.
I was just about to ask that. Does it allow you to talk to the enemy? Any game with proximity chat. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Who that dog with the big old butt?
100 players, 3 teams, fighting over one control zone. Create unique and personal loadouts with whatever weapons, gear, and vehicles you want to use to play your own way. With no restrictions on squad sizes and no traditional lock roles, you're free to play however you want. Capture the control zone or take the hot zone to earn even more in-game cash and
The
back
shooting mechanically looks like Battlefield Call of Duty. It looks more arcadey. It doesn't look super realistic. There's a little bit of recoil on the gun, but it's nothing too crazy.
it into your account to spend the next time that you play. This is War Dogs.
Early access is coming 2026. Please just be facts. Yeah, we need this bitch to be optimized. So I like what I heard right there. It's looking good so far. And then this one, they talk about early access and what you can expect in it when the game drops. Hopefully it doesn't take too long before they get into version 1.0. Let's see what they're talking about. Ball and gun gamers might have one. They might have one. No PS4, please. No PS4, please.
What was it like then, pitching War Dogs to publishers?
If you're designing games for everybody, you're kind of designing a game for nobody. Being an actual player and then having to go to publishers and convince effectively bankers.
That's an absurd title for a YouTube stream. What it matter, Creely? You're in the Twitch chat. You know I can see the icon, right? You're not even in the YouTube stream, so what does it matter? Why are you worried about them niggas? Hey, YouTube chat, y'all worried about this nigga?
Why players want this game over a battle royale.
And by the way, you still pulled up, so clearly you want to watch me beat my meat.
It's just soul destroying.
Relying solely on data to design games just doesn't work. We don't want to make something that everyone else is making. We want to make something familiar but new.
And this is why War Dogs isn't built for everyone.
People keep saying that War Dogs is going to be a Battlefield killer.
War Dogs is not a Battlefield killer.
Who's first of all right, listen, the game looks cool so far, but who the fuck said that? I never heard of this game until 2 days ago. Who called this shit a Battlefield killer, bro? Y'all just came out. Relax. I feel like they just put that shit in the video. I gotta call Cap on that. Like, I gotta call Cap on that shit, bro.
It's got its own identity. It's fundamentally more tactical in terms of decision making and pacing. It has higher highs due to the risk and reward nature of the cash system.
Behind you, Joe. Got him.
They're saying tactical.
But that naturally also comes with lower lows and friction that you don't see in smooth-edged AAA releases.
Also, to be fair, the Battlefield killer already exists. Battlefield killed itself. I hate to break it to y'all. Y'all literally cannot be the Battlefield killer because you killed yourself.
And it's friction that helps shape a game's identity.
For a lot of our design choices, we use this scale to help guide when something is too hardcore or too arcadey. So if you're trying to explain the game to your friends, this scale should help you show them where War Dogs sits.
In War Dogs, every life matters.
So they're saying it sits between
you make
Call of Duty, Battlefield, and Arma? Like,
the game fundamentally has levels of friction.
Your loadout has a cost, which means every life has a value. So the more equipment you take in, the more death can hurt.
War Dogs has no squad spawn system, so you can't just respawn.
so in theory, that means if your team is broke, you can get steamrolled. Because if y'all die a couple times and you ain't got no money, and then somebody on the team is spending all the money, that means you won't be able to respawn in with decent gear. So that means you would have to manage money, in theory, which could turn in. That sounds like it could be potentially fun if you're doing it, but if you're getting steamrolled, that wouldn't be fun. Shout out to Darth Misogyny with the super chat. He said, nah, he right. Hardcore Battlefield fans have been trashing Battlefield 6 for a while. So to them, this is a Battlefield killer. Maybe because I'm not in tune with the Battlefield community. I don't know.
on your friends. You have to make your way back to them.
War Dogs has realistic gunplay.
It's individual money? Oh, I thought it was a pot.
Ricocheting bullets, we have a lot. It just means that you have to think before you pull the trigger.
This is all friction a publisher will tell you puts people off the game, forgetting that it's the challenges that...
Well, that's even better if it's not a pot. I thought it was a pot, my bad. So if it's individual economy, that means you can blame whoever's... You know who's playing trash because they're not going to be decked out with gear. They ain't got no money, they broke.
give games identity in the first place. War Dogs' core session loop is addictive and replayable, but the metagame is a work in progress. Let us show you what we'll be building while we're in early access and why you will be able to continue to play War Dogs for years to come.
Don't be saying that, bruh. They will use that against you.
Throughout a season in early access, you'll be able to optionally exchange your banked cash you've earned for in-game gold bars. Gold bars are the end-game currency that you use to purchase.
Shout out to John the Space Cowboy with the super chat.
That become permanently unlocked on your account. Now, here's where things get spicier. The exchange rate of cash to gold bars will fluctuate daily, which means every time that you log in, you, alongside the rest of the community, will have a choice. Do you invest now, or do you buy in the dip?
At the end of a season, your cash and XP progression will reset with your cash auto-converted into gold bars. This will allow newer players to be on a more level playing field with veterans and us as developers to overhaul the meta progression throughout early access.
So you can earn gold bars playing the game, and you can buy more based off the current value. But what causes the market to fluctuate? Because I as an investor myself, you know, a little bit. You know, I understand. I understand what makes the market fluctuate. Like an example being your president causing a war in the Middle East is fucking up the oil prices. So, you know, it's going all over the place, you know what I'm saying? Or the RAM shortage that can fuck with a lot of different technology stocks and stuff like that. Or a new invention that looks very promising, can change the world, that fucks with the stock. Like what? I don't understand what's making the market fluctuate in this. Like why would the digital gold be worth more another day than another? I hope they articulate that. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself.
Your gold bars and cosmetics from a season will stay permanently on your account across seasons.
Yeah, I'm somewhat of an investor myself.
We'll have the following features planned, which will permanently reward your time spent in the game.
Supply? It would be they didn't explain it. They got to articulate that. Supply wouldn't make sense because it's a digital product. What are they gonna artificially make it hard to get? Also, I'm not gonna lie. If they have a stock market within the game, if you're financially illiterate, this game is not for you, bro. I don't know what to do, man. Niggas gonna be buying high and selling low. That shit gonna be fucking funny, bro. Oh shit. I don't know why I can't afford a fucking gun.
Permanent account value across seasons. By simply playing the way that you want to, you'll earn skill points every time that you rank up.
Whether you're a medic looking to revive faster, an infantry player refining weapon handling, or a pilot optimizing fuel efficiency, you can
virtual
invest your skill
capitalism
points into the roles that match your playstyle. This incremental but permanent progression.
Maybe the popularity of particular things
efforts paying off.
Possibly. If a dev from War Dogs ever sees this stream or like the YouTube video when I upload it, I do think you guys need to articulate a little bit what would make the market fluctuate. You don't have to give it all away, because if you do, then people could probably turn around and manipulate the market, and you wouldn't want that. But you should give some idea. Just give like an example of what would make the gold price fluctuate, because I don't understand that part. Ooh.
The challenge system will provide extra short-term goals as a way to reward exploring different playstyles.
Probably people buying versus selling. The demand, virtual demand.
The black market.
Now this is a big one. We want you to be able to spend your earnings in more interesting ways outside of the match, so you're geared up for the next time you play or your mates come back online.
That can mean bribing an arms dealer to smuggle you weapons or ammo overnight, or dealing with the seedy underground of culture and placing wagers, betting you can kill 10 enemies in one life in the next match.
For time strike,
that's pretty cool.
We want to add the ability to invest your
So basically you can risk your money by setting your own personal achievements. That's kind of cool. Hey, chat. That could actually lead to some interesting content. I can see some creators being like, "Hey, chat, I'm gonna put 50 bands down to get 20 kills in this match," and then you watch that nigga lose $100,000 in a match. That shit could be kind of funny, bro.
Cash and upgrade your own businesses. Hear me out.
Yeah, putting a parlay on yourself.
Making you items for the next time you and your mates get back online to play is the true end game. Buying out a weapon or a vehicle manufacturer will enable you to produce custom loadouts and items that you like to use the most, cheaper than the in-match vendor. And remember, this is a 100% player-driven sandbox. If you're really business savvy, you should consider unlocking high-level items and then selling them to other players in the match via supply crates with your own markup to make a profit.
Interesting.
Or just compete and sell them cheaper than the guy next to you.
The black market meta features will be entirely optional if you just want to run a gun and earn your cash that way. But for the players who want to min-max their cash spending and time spent in and out of the game, there's a real potential to profit more over a season compared
This is really capitalism, the video game. We about to find out who know how to make money and who don't.
Finally, we have the Vault. Every gold bar, item, weapon or vehicle you obtain from the black market ends up in your personal vault and is redeemable for free in future matches. The size of your vault will be capped but upgradable permanently. Another endgame goal for you to optionally work towards.
The metagame is the thing that packages up
the 2K fart with the super chat. I appreciate you.
Like we said, it's not already on day one. This is something we're building during our time in early access, but it's something that has been designed and the foundations are in. This is not a pipe dream. Let us know in the comments what you think about the metagame and if it's something you could see yourself getting into.
It's the whole metagame with the capitalism aspect and the investment. It's a cool concept, but it's going to go one way or the other. People are really going to love it or they're going to hate it. And it's going to be nowhere in between. And I predict the people that hate it is because they just don't know the concept of like investing. Because that is a pretty unique mechanic to put in a shooting video game like that. Some people just might not understand that, and some people might just want to hop in and shoot shit. So like, it's probably gonna go one way or the other. It's not gonna be an in between, I think.
There are many more features we want to add to the game alongside the usual content drops, balance patches, and quality of life updates throughout early access. But it will take time as we develop towards the full release and console versions.
They'll learn. Well, that's the problem. That's why I said low-key they could be fighting an uphill battle with this. You're saying they'll learn, but you're viewing that through your lens. Maybe you'll be willing to learn. I will be willing to learn. But we're talking about a generation of gamers that are willing to pay to advance to an 88 overall in fucking 2K day one. Absolutely not. We live in this generation where people want things instantly. So it could go either way. It could go either way.
We have over 350,000 wishlisters already on Steam now, so we're
damn.
preparing for a strong early access launch later this year.
Because look at Marathon. A lot of people didn't want to play Marathon because the UI was so different.
But we're also expecting a drop-off. That's completely normal for most games. War Dogs isn't being built for everyone. It's being made for players who really get what we're trying to do. With the recent discourse around player numbers with various high-profile AAA flops, we want to make sure we're realistic about our own expectations for the War Dogs community straight out of the gate, as we don't need the same profits massive AAA releases do to keep the lights on. If War Dogs settles somewhere between 3,000 to 10,000 daily concurrent players, that's success to us. Look at games like Squad and Hell Let Loose, games that launched with a strong identity and knew the players they were making.
Cap. I gotta call Cap on that. Sure, if you only average 10,000 concurrent players as long as they're spending money on the game, then yeah, that's a success. But if it's 3,000 to 10,000 players and they're not spending any money, how are you going to pay your developers? How are you going to keep the electricity in the building going? Like, I gotta call Cap on that shit. You want to cast as wide a net as possible. You just trying to sound humble, nigga. Get out of here. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be as successful as possible. Just be honest about that shit. Like, the way I would have worded that, I was been like, look, we want to be as successful as possible, so we're trying to cast a wide net. And if we get 200,000 players day one, that's awesome. But look, if we also only get 10,000, we appreciate that too, and we'll continue to try to work and implement things that can grow the platform. Like, you don't gotta lie about the shit. Yeah, as long as you got good intentions behind your growth, who gives a fuck, bro? Get your money. You don't gotta lie to kick it, Craig. You ain't doing this shit for free, nigga.
The game still being played by thousands of
people. Yeah, he's trying too hard to be likable.
After their release. That level of community support for War Dogs will keep servers active, and the community will always be able to play and host their own servers no matter what.
I mean, they trying to get in front of the slander. Actually, you know what? That's a good point, Jade. They might be trying to get in front of the slander, because is this the first gameplay reveal I think I've ever seen where the developers were talking about the Steam DB charts? Isn't that crazy? We've reached a point where the Twitter discourse about Steam DB numbers, the devs are nervous and are talking about it. They shouldn't even be talking about that. That shows you how toxic shit has become. Please don't make fun of our numbers, please. The only thing we should be talking about is the quality of the game.
It's that simple. You buy the game, you play it, or we can keep building upon the early access foundations we're talking about right now, long into the future.
5090 winter? Are they giving a GPU away?
And we haven't forgotten. The winner of our custom War Dogs branded 5090 graphics card is Spears91.
Spears91!
Manager Lossie will be in touch with you in the coming days to sort out getting this to you. War Dogs is available to wishlist on Steam now, and anyone can sign up to our closed play tests. In the meantime, follow us on Steam and X for all the latest updates as we head towards early access later
Twitter,
this year.
stop calling it that shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I know where you politically stand when you call Twitter X. I'm gonna be honest. That shit is a dog whistle. That shit is not X, nigga. The game looks cool though. The game looks cool. It's coming out this year. I'll keep an eye on it. We will keep an eye on it. I hope the game plays well. Yeah. I would love to know, is this going to be a free to play? Is there going to be a paid title? I would love to know. Wait, is somebody's username in the chat SiggyDB? I see that reply. I didn't see the name though. What the fuck? Y'all niggas gotta get a life, man. What the hell? Is Bow Wow not Shad Moss W username? SiggyDB is fucking funny. Forgot they called Twitter X, not gonna lie. Fuck Elon. So yeah, that's War Dogs. It's coming out later this year. No release date. I don't know if it's free to play or if it's a paid title. We'll see. But I thought it had potential. I thought I'd share it. Not a lot to talk about today anyway. And other news for this last little batch of articles. First look at the Robins in Absolute Batman. That's right, Robins with an S, not one. So it looks like every damn Robin's gonna be in it. I'm gonna assume it's probably gonna be Dick, Todd. I think that's the black one. I forgot his name, the yellow one. But it's all the fucking Robins, bro. They gave this nigga a Gundam, dude. Yeah, Signal, that's his name. Yeah, Tim. Is his name Duke? But they gave him a Gundam. I'm trying to figure out in this picture. This comes out in May, they announced. What is he supposed to do with this axe? That's what I'm trying to figure out, bro. So I'm not gonna lie. If you into collecting, definitely pick this one up. I think this cover is crazy. Damien. That might be Damien the Riddle. I don't know. I thought it looked cool. I thought I'd share it. This is definitely about to be a key issue because this is the first time Robins are going to appear and it's going to be more than one. I'm curious to see why they got a fucking Gundam, bro. How can he afford this when Absolute Batman is broke? Well, they don't know him in the books. These Robins are established already. They're not connected. So maybe one of them got money or some shit like that. Maybe in this universe, Damien is also the grandson of Ra's al Ghul. Maybe he gives him the money because slight spoiler, that actually could be. This might be Damien. So in this universe, Ra's al Ghul is a billionaire. He's an evil billionaire. He's in the Superman books. And maybe he's still the grandson, and maybe he's using Ra's al Ghul's money to do good, but Ra doesn't know. It could be like that type shit. Who knows? Or they could be ops. They could be evil. Who knows? The Robins don't fuck with them. Yeah, I was gonna say they could be evil, or they could be like a separate vigilante group or something. Who knows? They look like Power Rangers. Yeah, they do. But yeah, that joint comes out in May. We'll see. We'll see. In the last one, they were saying they don't fuck with. Oh, I gotta catch up on that shit. I'm only caught up on Cap. And then last but not least, some people was asking me about the Darth Maul show. I put out a tweet. I literally watched it like a couple hours ago. This shit was fire. If you need something to watch. The first 2 episodes are out on Disney Plus. It's called Darth Maul Shadow Lord. Basically, from what I get from the story, this nigga about to spit on his ops, bruh. And it's good. The animation's good. The voice acting, the acting period. The story is good so far. Very dark and grimy. It's not like traditional Disney Plus content. It's very grimy, which I like. And the action has been good so far too. I like it. Only 2 episodes out. I'm gonna continue to watch it. I was gonna say recommend it. Check it out. Definitely worth your time. Stop drilling. You already struck the oil. What? Would you still want to see a game? Maybe. Now that I watch the show and I see him being like an underboss, maybe if it's like a game where you're actually running as the underboss and you have to run some type of organization and they have elements in the gameplay like that. But also a stealth game could work with him too as well. But it's good. Check it out. Skirt. Shout out to Rastafari with the sub, bro. Why are you on my frame, bro? You on my frame today. You good? You okay? Need a hug? You just want attention. Yeah, running a small crew of rogues. And then I got one more